Around the Table on Harrison's original KHOZ.
Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is the middle of the week, and we call it our hump day.
I wasn't ready. You just reminded me, and I wasn't ready. I was elsewhere.
I was expecting you to be on cue.
Okay, let's do that again.
1, 2, 3.
Hump day.
Jeez.
Well, I was busy. Okay.
All right.
It's hump day.
Yeah. You want to? We just kind of finalized our announcement for our debate. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, let's just go. Let's don't mention days because we kind of need to make sure that everyone is in agreement of what we decided upon. Well, I mean, Tuesday. We don't know who will be what. Yes, let's just talk about it. I'm not going to pick.
Tentatively, we have. We're going to be debating the five.
The Boone County
judges. There's 5.
Right, candidates.
Candidates. Yeah, that's the word I'm trying to find.
And you're going to run this debate, right?
Yeah. I'm going to take my medicine that day.
Anyway, but yeah, we're planning to do our county judges. This is our plan. We have to run it by the masses. But
right. Yeah.
On Tuesday.
Our regular time at 9 o'clock.
Right.
And then we'll run it for however long it takes.
Right.
We'll have. It won't be.
There'll be prepared questions and.
It won't be fast and loose like we usually do things. It'll be.
No, it's not
it'll be organized.
Fly
we'll try to give everybody equal time, and this is not a time for us to bish or bash anyone. It's a time for information, and you get to hear directly from the candidates on what they are planning with their candidacy, and
then they'll have time for rebuttal if to respond, but it will all be timed.
Yeah. So.
And then on Thursday we will feature the state representatives that are running from District 5. There's 5 of them, and the 2 that are running for Boone County Sheriff as well.
Yeah, and we'll have that
on Thursday,
and that's next week.
Yeah.
So we look forward to doing that. So we're doing it for you. I mean.
Yeah, we're trying to let you help.
I've already made my decision.
Me too.
And I think that because we've interviewed them, we've talked to them, so we kind of know. But if you haven't had that opportunity, now is the time. Next Tuesday and Thursday from 9 o'clock we'll start, and then however long it takes, we'll do that.
And if you are undecided, I would very much encourage you to listen in on that, because then you can get an idea of, who to cast your vote for, who speaks to you.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan. Okay. What else?
All right.
It is Wednesday, and it's kind of.
It's kind of the sun is not out today.
No, it isn't. That's a sad state of affairs.
Very sad.
And I didn't really even want to pop into the weather yet, but you're like all over it. Over
well, I'm looking at the snow. Well, there was a little bit of snow that melted yesterday.
Yeah.
Which was very nice. I mean, finally get some of this dirty looking snow out of the way.
It is sloppy and wet everywhere for sure.
I thought about making a snowball and eating on it like I used to when I was a kid. To get
even
a snowball.
Muddy?
Well, that's why I didn't. You don't even know what's in that snow now.
No, you don't.
There could be Comtrail stuff still in there.
What's your perspective on Comtrails, Dan?
I don't know.
I don't either. Okay, I want to tell you. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but I told Dan I was reading stuff on the Epstein files again. I have to wonder. They can redact what they want. You know what I mean? I don't know how much weight I give them. I don't know how much weight I give this whole thing as to whether, is it truth? Is it fiction? We know what the media can do, so we know that inside they can change whatever they want. But there were some damning things.
Yeah. Well, the whole concept of Epstein, his island, and wild parties and
I believe it.
Airplane rides and all that, all that stuff. it's like for the regular guy and gal like us, like who does these things?
It is. It's not in my even scope of being. It's elite. It's very,
elite,
very elite, and it's money.
Well, I think it's past the money. And I talked about this before.
Demented.
I think that when you attain all the money that you could ever spend in your entire life,
and more,
then you look for power. You look
That's
for
it.
control and power.
Yeah.
And you become decadent if you're not based in anything. You know?
Yeah. Some of the supposed things that people are revealing, they'll go in and some guy said, well, I've looked at all these pictures and stuff, and they put some out there. Well, with AI, I don't know if I believe anything that I see.
Well, all this stuff's supposed to be online. You can go look. I don't know where to look, but I haven't.
Well, I don't either. You have to go down a rabbit hole that I don't want to take the time to do. But it's very revealing on some things, and we'll see.
Expect a lot. And what's funny is everyone points everyone in government and up there in the upper class, they always point fingers, but nothing ever happens.
I know. Why? Who cares? I mean,
well,
we care.
If you say they need to be prosecuted, then
prosecute them.
Prosecute them.
You're all talk and no action, and it means absolutely zero to me.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. And I think with social media, and we get news on the fly, minute by minute by minute, and we get to the point where it's we think do something or don't or shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And with that note, we will go to the weather, the gross weather outside. Well, it is mostly sunny today.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't. High of 43 and wind gust up to 20 miles per hour. Then tonight, mostly clear with a low of 24. Thursday, sunny with a high of 56 and 20 mile per hour gusts. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low of 38. And then Friday, sunny with a high of 65.
Yeah.
And Friday night, mostly clear with a low of 31.
Okay. And then on Sunday, it says it's going to be...
Saturday.
I'm sorry, Saturday. What did I say, Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to Sunday here in a minute. Just hold your horses. Saturday, sunny with a high of only 59 degrees. Pushing, I bet it'll get to 60.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll report back to you. Partly cloudy Saturday night with a low around 40. Sunday, mostly sunny, high near 67 degrees and 15 mile an hour winds. Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low around 39. Monday, mostly sunny, high 65. And then Monday night, looks like a 20% chance of showers moves into the air with a low around 46. And then the high for Tuesday, 67 with a slight chance of rain.
I will take all those warmer temperatures in a heartbeat.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Oh, that was lovely, Dan.
You like that?
Sounded like news music.
Well,
weather music.
Yeah. On the show today, we've got one of the Senate state representatives for District 5 is going.
It's District 26.
Oh,
actually.
Why does it say 5 here?
I screwed up.
Oh, I was looking at that.
I messed up.
Well,
but
5,
he's running for District 26.
26. Yes.
Bobby Ballinger.
And what is District 5? That was the one that is up for grabs too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to keep.
But
all
District
these...
26, I know Bobby Ballinger is running against Brian King. Mm-hmm. And I offered for both of them to be in the debate, and Bobby Ballinger said he just had too much on his plate to be able to to do that. But he is planning to be here this morning.
Hopefully he'll show, and we'll
find out his why and how.
Yeah. We always ask why you running.
Yeah, why you running?
Yeah, that's. I mean, if you want to start a conversation with somebody, like you're at a party, you see somebody that's kind of standing there by themselves, you go up to them and you say, "Why are you here?"
Haven't you ever gone up to somebody though and gone, "What? Who are you?" That's mine.
Who are you?
Oh, yeah. What is your name?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember our first interaction.
Oh, great.
I know you. That's what you said.
Well, I didn't really know you, though.
Why did you say that?
Well, I knew who you were. Because it sounded better than saying, I know who you are.
Yeah. Okay.
I know you. I don't know. It's an icebreaker for me.
Anyway, Bobby Ballinger is going to be here after our first break. He's running for State Senate District number 26.
Yes.
And we'll find out all about that. All right.
Okay, Dan.
How about our topic to ponder? Our topic to ponder this week is about tell the moment. Tell us the moment. A lot of moments in our life. You remember the first time you stubbed your toe?
Sure. No, I don't remember the first time.
Well,
do you?
You remember the last time you stubbed your toe?
Yes.
What'd you say?
I can't say it.
Okay.
I can't repeat it.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to do our topic to ponder.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you the question.
Okay.
Tell the moment when you made a mistake that permanently changed how you make decisions.
I don't think I've ever made a mistake yet.
Oh, really?
I'm waiting for that moment.
I beg to differ.
I make mistakes all the time.
Same.
And you would think that after being on this earth for so many years, yeah, you would say I'm never going to do that. But I have made the same mistake over and over and over again. Uh-huh. But usually, the mistakes that I make are creative in the fact that if there were 20 different ways of making a mistake, I make the mistake number 1, then I'll go to number 5, then I go to 12, then I go back to 3. So I'm making all the mistakes that's entirely possible in a situation.
And you have to figure out which mistake is the best one. I don't know.
Yeah, it never changes it never changes how I make decisions because I just
that's how you do it.
And I've even said this before. You just made a mistake. Let's move on because you're going to make another one.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. So
what about you?
Do you have a particular moment though? I don't have a moment. I can't tell you the moment.
Oh, let's see. When this comes to mind, and I don't talk about it much, but when I was young, when I went to church, I became saved. Mm-hmm. And I think that moment has stuck with me forever.
I would agree with.
Yeah, I mean that did change my life. Even though I was a youngster, it made me realize that there's more than what I see in front of me.
And yeah, I would agree. That would be my response as well. That when I actually started depending and having a relationship with the Lord, then I looked at things differently.
Yeah.
And I processed things differently, and mistakes were not something that just condemned me anymore. Mm-hmm. It didn't condemn me. It may teach me.
Yeah.
But it didn't condemn me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, going through that, I think that kind of comedic in the fact that, hey, I can make mistakes now. I'm not doomed.
Right. Did you ever beat yourself up for mistakes you've made?
Rarely. Yeah, there's a few things that I've wished that I had done differently.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
But I don't regret anything because I feel that it's a lesson for me to learn, and I have to go through this anyway. Mm-hmm. So
it's part of the process.
It's part of the process. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, do we have anybody that?
Oh, I don't even know, Dan.
Okay.
I will hear. Well, no.
Okay.
We have absolutely.
This is a tough one. This is tough, and the graphic really doesn't help someone feel comfortable about answering anyway. So
there is no response yet.
Okay. So well, people don't like to admit their mistakes, and I get that.
Nobody likes to talk about them, but I think they're necessary for you to process through to improve yourself.
Especially the ones that you really need to air out.
Yeah. And part of that may be because you don't want to change.
Yeah.
That you don't process it.
Yeah. Or you don't want to admit that you made a mistake.
We're all very, that way.
We would
need
love
to be humble.
Perfect. Yeah,
we need to learn to be humble.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go to our Facebook page and answer the question. This week's or today's topic to ponder question. Tell the moment when you made a mistake that permanently changed how you make decisions.
It was the day I came into this place. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
All right, here we go. Now let's do some history.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
I heard a scream, and then I heard what were gunshots. I heard her pleading, "Please no, not me," or words to that effect.
52 years ago, newspaper heiress Patricia Hearst was kidnapped from her apartment in Berkeley, California by members of the Symbionese Liberation Army. Her neighbor, Sandy Golden, was nearby when it happened.
The thing that really bothers me is that they took a 19-year-old girl and hold her as a hostage for something that they may or may not think that I've done.
Yeah, this was 52 years ago, back on the same day. After 4 days, on February 8, 1974, her father, Randolph Hearst, expressed dismay.
I have been given the choice of 1, being released in a safe area, or 2, joining the forces of the Symbionese Liberation Army. I have chosen to stay and fight.
And this is the same story. Recordings released a week later indicated she was being held prisoner but treated well. However, after 2 months, Hearst said she was staying voluntarily.
I don't know what that's called, but there is a condition when you are trapped like that. You become brainwashed to believe the
cult.
Is that what it's called?
It's cult.
Why do stars fall down from the sky?
She had such a great voice, didn't she?
She certainly does.
You walk by, just like me. They long to be close to you.
43 years ago today, singer Karen Carpenter died in Downey, California, at the age of 32 from complications that accompanied an eating disorder. Close to You is one of the many hits Karen Carpenter had together with her brother, Richard.
Our family is grateful for a verdict of responsibility, which is all we ever wanted.
29 years ago, a civil jury in Santa Monica, California, found O.J. Simpson liable for the deaths of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ronald Goldman. Goldman's father, Fred, was very thankful.
When we first launched, we were hoping for, maybe 400, 500 people. Harvard didn't have a Facebook, so that's the gap that we were trying to fill.
Well, I'd love to have filled that gap back then.
No kidding.
22 years ago, Mark Zuckerberg launched what he then called the Facebook. He later recalled his initial goals were modest. I'd love to come up with a modest goal like that.
That makes as much money as that sucker does.
The kickoff of the 24th Winter Olympiad was muted by politics and a pandemic that left the stadium less than half full. 2 Chinese skiers lit the Olympic cauldron before a crowd without any American diplomats, absent in a show of protests against China's record on human rights.
Wow. 4 years ago, Chinese President say it for me. Jinping?
Jinping, yeah.
Declared the Winter Olympics open at a ceremony at Beijing's Bird Nest Stadium. CBS News correspondent Jamie Yuccas had more.
Okay.
We got it. Woo! Woo!
Wow.
That's my Air Force right there, buddy.
Okay, this is back a couple years ago, 3 years ago, actually. The U.S. military shot down a suspected Chinese spy balloon off the Carolina coast on orders from President Joe Biden after it traversed sensitive military sites across the North America. Many Twitter users were able to see it happen live.
We talked about that this week.
We did.
It doesn't help matters when primetime TV has Murphy Brown, a character who supposedly epitomizes today's intelligent, highly paid professional woman, mocking the importance of fathers.
Dan Quayle was born February 4th, 1947. He's 79. One of the great controversies of the 1992 election erupted when the then vice president had this to say about a fictional TV single mother.
Mm-hmm. Rock star Alice Cooper was born on this day in 1948. He is 78, and he's still rocking.
I was expecting a little air guitar out of you, Dan.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, it's too late.
Okay, yeah.
His hits include School's Out, I'm 18, and many, many more.
Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Oh, you're a hard one.
Country singer Clint Black was born this day in 1962. He is 64. Black was one of many artists heard on Common Thread, an album of country singers doing versions of songs made popular by the Eagles, and that was Desperado.
Okay.
This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late. I'm already torn.
Australian singer Natalie Imbruglia was born on this day in 1975. She's 51 years old. She had a massive hit in 1998 called Torn. Looked like Tom to me, but I knew that wasn't right.
Singer Davin DeGraw was born this day in 1977. He is 49, and that was I Don't Want to Be.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're up to date. Bobby Ballinger is patiently waiting in the lobby, and we'll be grabbing him up and dragging him in here and talking
dragging him? Are you going to drag him? He doesn't look draggable to me.
No, he'll be dragging me somewhere else. Anyway, he's running for State Senate District 26. We'll be talking with him, talking about his candidacy and maybe
why. We want to know the why.
We want to know why. All right, we're going to take a break. Stone Bank sponsors our program, and we're very happy to accommodate their support.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Boulder Banking right here in Harrison. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table. Just had to interrupt Bobby. We were in a discussion about some of the races going on around the state. And I'm going to turn it over to Ann because this is her main question she always asks. So take it away, Ann.
My first question to every candidate so far has been, why? Why do you want to run for state representative in District 26?
Well, I think
Let me get that closer to you.
Okay. I think that the ultimate reason is, and everybody says it, but this, we truly mean it, is that God has called us to this position. It is not something that we were looking for. Really wasn't even thinking about it until just a month or so before we announced.
Wow, okay.
And,
wow.
But just kind of through some series of events, my wife and I really took some real earnest time, prayed about it, thought about it, visited with some of our mentors and our parents, and just kind of, really took it seriously, and ultimately, felt like this is what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now,
It's a commitment.
oh yeah. So we're already getting to experience that, and that's one thing that we took seriously is we sat there and said, I've worked for myself for 5.5 years. We get to go to, do trips or go, I am in charge of my own schedule. And so we have a lot of liberties in our life right now. If we say yes to this, I'm saying yes to 88,000 bosses.
Yeah.
And so, who are going to have my cell phone, who are going to have my email, and that's fine, but we just need to make sure that we're taking this seriously because I'm not going to do it halfway. Well,
can you tell us a little bit about yourself for people that say, who the heck is Bob Ballinger?
Yeah.
So a lot of people recognize me. My dad, Bob Ballinger, is a former state representative and former state senator.
Okay.
And so a lot of people, actually, while I'm knocking doors, I have a lot of people who say, oh, I've met you before. I'm like,
it's your dad.
I don't think that you have. Or they'll say, I voted for you last time. I'm like, well, I really appreciate that, but actually, that wasn't for me.
No, you didn't.
And so I have a lot of people who call me Representative Ballinger, but I've never served in.
Okay, I was going to ask you if you run for any office.
No, I've
before.
never served in a state office before, or any office. Any
but
public office.
you grew up with your dad.
Yeah.
Yes. So Dad started his first campaign when I was 17 years old.
Wow.
And so basically from then on, we've had some gaps in between there. But if I wasn't, focused on Dad's campaign or working with him, I worked for him his first general session down in the legislature. But then I went to work for Congressman Bruce Westerman, running his constituent services out of the North District office. And so through those experiences, I've been involved in it. Except for this last 5.5 years, really, that I've been working for myself, I've been in public service.
No.
What do you do?
So I'm a general contractor. I have a tree trim and tree removal business. I'm a licensed realtor, so real estate and building kind of go together, and we're kind of hanging that up for a time being. The market's down. It really takes most of my time. It'd be hard to do this and that.
I'm sure.
But that's what we've been doing for the last 5.5 years. Right now, mostly our bread and butter is trimming trees, removal of trees.
I bet you're going to get plenty of that with this crap.
Yeah, that's every time. It's one of those things that we always cross our fingers and toes that nobody gets hurt. I don't want any property damage.
Sure.
But we also need to put food on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you have family.
I do. So my wife and I have been married. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary last November. We have 4 children. I've got an 8-year-old daughter, a 7-year-old daughter, a 5-year-old son, and a 3-year-old son.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, those last 2, they keep us very busy. So
Yeah.
God knew that we needed 2 girls first before we had the boys.
Because you might have said it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not.
So how much power does a state representative have?
So in Arkansas, the legislature has 2 houses. You have the House of Representatives, which has 100 members, and then you have the state Senate, which has 35. And so essentially, a bill has to pass both houses, and so a senator would have about 3 times the influence of a representative. Now, and part of the reason that I'm running is because no individual in the legislature, whether it's the House or Senate, can get anything done by yourself.
Right.
And that's, my hope and prayer is if I'm elected, I've already been building relationships down there in the legislature of good, godly, conservative, like good people. And I'm just excited to get to work with them. I mean, the people of District 28, people of Harrison, people of Berryville, they really need somebody who's going to be effective and get things done.
So you consider you play well with others?
I do. I would say
You know
I was
what I mean?
telling a guy last night is you can play well with others without being a rubber stamp, without going along to get along.
Sure.
Like you can also have courage and stand up when it's time to stand
Well,
up.
I think you need
and do
to.
those things. They're not mutually exclusive. There's a balance of those things, and the balance is you sit here and you think about what is good for my people back home.
Yeah.
Is it good for me to stand strong on this issue, or is it good for me to kind of say, hey, you know what, this isn't everything that I want, but ultimately this is going to end up being good for my people back home, and so we're going to go with it.
Sometimes you have to put your personal thought process.
I would say,
because you are representing people.
I would say that you have to always put your personal, and because for me, again, going into this, I work for you and I work for you. I'm going to work for them. I'm not working for me. I'm not working for the governor. I'm not working for anybody else down in Little Rock. I work for y'all.
Yeah. One thing that is really tough for any representative or anybody in government is when they go vote on something, the bill has so many different things in it
that you
and
don't really know.
Yeah, how do you vote for one specific thing when you've got other things that you don't agree with?
There are times that happens.
Yeah.
So I think that by the time that a bill gets to the floor, especially if it is a substantive bill, really, there's a lot of discussion in amongst legislators, legislators in the governor's office. There's a lot of discussions before these bills, make it through committee of both chambers. Like before a bill becomes law, you've had a lot of discussions on these things. And so, from my standpoint, I'm going to be in the room. I'm going to make myself have a seat at the table of these tough discussions and say, hey, this is what's good for my people, but this is not what's good for my people. And so we've either need to take this out. And also a lot of times you got to think about the overall mission of the bill. It may not be everything that you want. It may be not the end goal. And you say, hey, we're going to come back and tweak some things about this, but overall mission of the goal of the bill is going to be a good thing. And so I think it just takes a lot of legwork, and it takes a seat at the table.
You got to be there. You got to read.
That's
you
exactly
got to
right.
read the stuff.
That's exactly
And then
right.
you got to communicate why you voted for that your people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which not
That's right.
everyone's
'Cause they
going to
wanna
be
know.
happy with your decision. Sure.
No, that's it's such a diverse district. Is you've got Harrison, but you also have Eureka Springs, and you have St. Paul. That's kind of where I hail from. A town of like 300 people, and so it's very diverse district, and so I think that there's a little bit of a pressure on the people to communicate with me as well. So I'm gonna make myself available to people as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
But if I don't know what the people's will is, if you don't tell me, then I'm gonna end up taking the information that I've gathered from even just a small selection of people who do reach out to me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the very best that I can. On the paint with a broad brush sometimes.
Are there any issues that you're wanting to get your teeth into once you get in office?
So there's two things that in particular that I think that we should work on in Arkansas. One is to continue to cut taxes, and thankfully we have a governor, we have a legislature that is kind of a mission of theirs, is to find where we can responsibly cut taxes. With if we cut the rate of growth of government and the increase of the population, the economy, the way that the growth of the economy is, we need to be looking at, okay, the state is bringing in more money than what we're spending. Let's put that back into people's pockets and figure out how to do that. And so if we cut taxes responsibly, then that means more money in everyone's pockets. The other thing would be unnecessary regulations. So, being a general contractor, there are so many different regulations that you have to live with, and it really is like when. And I haven't been building for 30 years, but I know builders who've been building for 30 years, and they come and they say, Bobby, we've done this way forever, and we've not had any complaints. We've not had any lawsuits. Not had any problems. Our houses are doing just fine.
Why regulate it?
And yet you have somebody coming in with a clipboard saying, "Oh, how you been doing it for 30 years is the wrong way."
Right.
And I'm not saying that that's not proper in some aspects, but we need to really watch it. And so if we can cut taxes, put more money in people's pockets, and we can cut unnecessary regulation and let people go out and with their creativity and their skills do what they are experts in, then you're going to have more freedom.
Yeah. How's the campaign going?
Yeah.
Very encouraged, actually. So we've knocked over 4,000 doors in the district so far.
Let me see your knuckles.
Actually, my wife, she was talking to a friend. She was like, Lydia, my knuckles are actually sore from from knocking, and it just I think it had something to do with the cold too. But we've been knocking doors. We've got several volunteers that have been coming. I've gotten the chance, especially here in Harrison, to meet with several pastors and get to know several pastors in the area, and it just really is a blessing. I mean, I give the credit to the Lord. We're working hard, but God is opening the doors, and we're just walking through.
Okay.
All
right.
Wow.
Well, early voting is February the 17th.
Correct.
That's right.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you want to vote early, you can do that.
Yep.
And then the deadline is March the 3rd. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
March 3rd will be
the last
day. Election day.
Anything you want to tell the folks why they should vote for you?
Well, so my mission is to show up, work hard, represent you every vote, every time. Again, I'm going to work for you. I don't work for me. I don't work for anybody in Little Rock. And that's, I'm not going to act like I know everything about everything. But the truth is, my heart is going to be with the people here. And, I've got experience in constituent services. I think that there's a lot of services that the state could be doing for the counties in this district that aren't getting done, honestly, because we don't have a senator who has a seat at the table. And that's going to be my mission, is to make sure that I'm in that spot and everybody in Little Rock knows about the great things that are happening up here.
All right.
Okay.
So one thing that I wanted to mention before we go off is kind of a public announcement. Governor's coming up on February 24th, and we're doing a meet and greet at Camp Jack. And so from 11:30 to 12:30, the public is invited. So feel free to come by. There's going to be Jamie's is catering lunch, and Governor will be here, and just kind of a time to
February 24th.
February 24th, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
11:30 to 12:30.
Camp Jack.
All righty.
All right. Well, we've been talking with Bobby Ballinger. He's running for State Senate District 26. And if you have a guy knocking on your door, it looks like this guy here in front of us here, then he's probably wanting to get your vote.
Yeah.
Bobby, thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to take another break. Stone Bank sponsors our program. Boulder Banking right here in Harrison, Arkansas. We'll be right back.
Around the Table on the original KHOZ.
And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann.
Yep.
What you got over there, Ann?
I had a map. I was trying to figure out where St. Paul was because Bobby said he was from that area, and so I was just heading on the map trying to figure out where the heck is St. Paul. Okay. And now we know it's south of Eureka, down in that area, and yeah.
Okay.
So, okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Do you have any trendy things over there?
Yeah, what'd you do with yours?
I don't know where mine are.
Wow, Dan.
Have you got
I
some?
didn't circle a single one, but you bet.
Do you have
Okay,
do you have mine there?
No, I don't know.
Wonder
Maybe
where they're at.
maybe I did. Oh, here, have those. So today, I mean, you know, the Olympics are about to bust a move.
Yeah,
Do
I
they
think
start
they
today?
start today. Yeah, they do.
Well, it
start
says
today.
Olympic athletes will not have to be delicate about anything since finding out
What?
that the Olympic Village in Milan features wooden beds this time, not cardboard. I remember something
were
about that
throwaway beds, I
before,
think,
yeah. And not those compostable cardboard ones they had in Japan. Those couldn't survive a night of high-impact gymnastics. Wink, wink. Yeah, whatever. To be fair, that was on purpose. They thought flimsy beds would help enforce a COVID intimacy ban, but that didn't stop them, evidently. I don't know what happens in the Olympic Village, but evidently there's some hanky-panky going on.
Okay.
When you say?
Oh my gosh. This is kind of a weird story I've got here. Korean noodle brand wants you to spend Valentine's Day on the toilet.
What?
It says here, if you strike out on Valentine's dinner plans, a Korean noodle company thinks you should spend the night with them instead, probably on the toilet. It's okay they made them specially for people who'd like to be alone. The hotter than my ex brand of instant ramen ticks in at 4,400 on the Scoville scale, which isn't much hotter than a jalapeno. But dateless noodles nerds are challenging themselves to eat an entire 5-pack, which has, I'm getting choked up about this story.
I'm so sad.
Which has been known to make more than your passions burn.
I'd say give you a little burn all the way down your intestinal tract,
Ouch.
perhaps.
Yeah, not a good thing.
And this next story is kind of cool, actually. I mean, okay. There's a 13-year-old boy in Australia who has redefined determination by swimming 2.5 miles against the current to save his family who'd been swept out to sea. They were all on inflatable kayaks when the current started taking them out. So he decided to swim to shore to get help. He fought the waves for 4 hours before making it to the beach. A chopper eventually found his mom, his little brother, and his sister hanging on 9 miles from the shore. Can you, I mean, the kid,
wow, that's scary.
That's pretty heroic of that 13-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope no kid has to be faced with that, but
Yeah.
kudos to him, man. He nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
And then we are all following the Savannah Guthrie's mom ordeal with her being kidnapped or abducted or something's happened. But the question is, did TMZ blow the investigation by revealing ransom note for Savannah Guthrie's mom? You know, TMZ they have a lot of people out there getting secret video and that kind of thing, and they have a lot of because they pay these people for their information.
And their pictures and their all the stuff.
So TMZ is kind of like the National Enquirer of television. So they say, should TMZ have just kept its mouth shut about receiving the ransom demand for Savannah Guthrie's mom like the Arizona TV station did? The local CBS affiliate agreed not to report on the note they got a day earlier on Monday, handing it over to investigations. Instead, there's word that the kidnap note demanded millions of Bitcoin or else and set a deadline. Cops think it's legit, but considering the blood trail leading out to Nancy Guthrie's front door, all they know is that she was taken against her will. So that story is
What
continuing.
could they possibly, I'm like, I can think of certain people you would hold for ransom, but what's the significance here? I'm a little curious.
Just logically, or just from an observer standpoint, Savannah's, they make quite a bit of money.
Quite a bit of money, yeah, sure.
And with today's Bitcoin, that stuff's untraceable.
Right.
And it can go into an account that you'll never know who got
Right.
the money. So it's a little scary.
We talk on here about healthy and AI and processed, well, I don't know, this has nothing to do with AI, but ultra processed foods and how all that, I think, is poisoning our bodies in some respect. Well, should ultra processed foods be treated more like cigarettes than snacks? There's a new study by 3 big universities, including Harvard, that compares chips and soda to smokes, and they found they're pretty similar in how they're marketed and how they're engineered to give our brain reward center an addictive jolt. They think junk food should have warning labels and say that promoting some of the stuff as sugar-free or low-fat is as deceiving as the ads in the 50s that said filtered cigarettes were good for you. I agree.
Right.
But, it's still your choice if you want to partake in that stuff or not.
Yeah.
But I think maybe some people would pay attention to a warning.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. And they're all the ones that are affordable to buy.
Well,
is the crap.
Look at the ingredients on some of the stuff that we buy every day now. Yeah. They say if you can't pronounce the ingredients, then it's probably not a good thing because it's a chemical.
I agree.
Yeah. With that said, we probably ought to take our last break. And when we come back, we'll have some fill-in fodder.
Okay.
All right. Stone Bank sponsors our program, Boulder Banking, right here in Harrison. Go check them out. They've got some good CDs and other programs that they can help you with. Boulder Banking, Stone Bank. We'll be right back.
TV channel 26.1.
Oh, Dan's trying to be all organized now.
Welcome back. Oh, boy. Hey,
He's giving me a heads up of how much time we have before we actually come back, which we've almost done this 3 years together, and I think that's the first time he's ever done that.
5 seconds before we come back. Hey, this irritates me. This story here.
What?
The real reason why chips are getting cheaper.
Why? Because they're crap?
No, don't confuse Lay's and Cheetos lowering their prices as a charity to you.
Oh.
That's just them admitting that they got too freaking greedy during the pandemic.
So did a
Oh, my
lot
gosh.
of companies, I think.
Back when everyone was hanging out at home getting fat, eating their chips, they decided to jack up the price of their snacks by 40 freaking percent. 40%.
That's just so wrong.
Right. And now that the chips aren't exactly flying off the shelves anymore, they think a 15% price cut will help. So they went up 40, but they're only backing off 15.
So you're still not getting what you should have gotten 5-6 years ago whenever the pandemic crap came out.
Yeah.
So you know what? Okay, they're saying they're not flying off the shelves. Now, is that because of cost, or is that because people are trying to be a little more healthy?
I don't know.
Eating less chips for whatever reason.
Read the ingredients.
You can't pronounce half of them.
I know, yeah. Oh, boy.
Well, we just say that a lot.
Yeah. All right. And also, they were going to send. You going to read one there? You got one there that's
Well, sort of.
crazy?
McDonald's is offering free
Yeah.
caviar.
I saw that.
Free caviar with its McNuggets for Valentine's Day, which has a lot of customers wondering, how do you trust a place that can't even keep its McFlurry machines running with handling something as delicate as fish
Well,
eggs?
and the McRib has no rib meat in it. It's all tongue
It's
and
all
all
fufu.
different things.
You can't buy it. You have to apply online to get a pack. The kits go live next Tuesday for anyone who's still curious. Or is the fishy boba description enough? Good grief. I'm not buying any caviar from McDonald's.
I'm sure it would be something imitation, don't you think? Imitation fish egg?
Well, if they use crab meat, it's not real crab. Those types of things are always imitation.
Yeah.
Seems like.
Well, today is Friends Day. It's the anniversary of the launch of Facebook. We talked about that earlier. And it's also World Cancer Day.
What does that mean?
Let's see, 2026 World
Awareness.
Cancer Day theme is United by Unique, focusing on the individual experiences and toll the disease takes on everyone. Instead of viewing it as a bunch of symptoms, treatments, how has cancer affected you?
Now,
It's just a
personally,
reflection.
it has not affected me.
Me too. Me either.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Rosa Parks Day, Rosa Parks Day, 1913, remembering the civil rights leader who defied a racist law and ignited a national protest.
Yeah, and it's also National Thank a Mail Carrier Day. Oh,
Thank you, Steve Grinder.
We thank our carrier all the time. She brings doggy bones when she has to bring a package up to the...
There you go.
Yeah, she's great. National Girls and Women in Sports Day. Yeah, keep it that way. Keep the girls in the sports and the men out of it, right?
Well, yeah. National Hemp Day. The stuff has been a part of human civilization for thousands of years and can be used for anything. Clothes, CBD, paint, biofuels. Put your name on it. Okay.
They even smoke it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We're going to take a long 24-hour break, and we'll be back here tomorrow, bright and early.
With two guest segments on tomorrow.
Oh, boy, two.
Yep.
All right. Get ready for it. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.